Today we're gonna solve another example of a log equation using log properties. Okay, uh, this is a cheat sheet that we use during the class, and some of you guys put your inspiration, or some of you guys use it as a hard copy. So what you can have during the exam and keep referring to it in order to help you to solve the problems. In case I put um, the URL and on the bottom of the YouTube video, so if you guys lose it for some reason, you can reach it. And I strongly recommend, while I'm explaining the problem, you have your cheat sheet next to yourself and keep referring to your cheat sheet, and feel free to pause the video and make sure that all the steps makes the complete sense to you. Okay, the first equation I'm going to solve, it would be an equation using a product rule. Solve for x, of course it would be the prompt of the problem, and I go for log of x plus log of 10 is equal 2. Awesome. I'll go for 8 actually. Let's use 8. Log of x plus log of 8 is equal to. Okay. We have this positive sign in the middle. We have this plus sign in the middle. And we have one log in the right side of the plus sign and another log in the left side and the right side of the positive sign. If you look at our cheat sheet, it would remind us of log property, a product rule. Look at this, a product rule. We would have a positive in the middle of the two logs, right? So this sum, look at the left side, become multiplication. We use one log, and instead of m plus log n, we just write one of the logs, and then we use m times n. So we get rid of one of the log, and instead of the addition, we use multiplication. And here's another example here. See, log of 9 plus x become log of 9x. No worries about the base, because when we don't write the base, for example in this problem, base is 10. When the base is hidden, the base is 10. Okay, let's see. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna write it down here. I'm gonna use a product rule, and we're gonna simply write it log of x. We can put in a parenthesis, x times 8 is equal to. Done. See, the addition sign here become multiplication, right? Right here the multiplication sign. Good. And we got rid from one of the logs, and we just write one of them right here. Good. Okay. Now we have to evaluate this log. So in order to evaluate a log, in order to find what x is, now we have to switch it to use definition of logarithmic functions. We'll see. We had a method that we're gonna cover log and whatever in front of it in order to reach to exponent form of a log and evaluate the function. Let's see, I'm gonna cover log and whatever in front of it. There we go. And we already know that the base is 10, right? We completely all agree that when we don't write the base is 10. So I'm gonna write the 10 right down here. I'm gonna cover log and whatever in front of it, right? What does it remind you of? 10 is the base, right? 10 to the power of 2. Let's write it down here. So I'm gonna write let's see. Okay, there you go. 10 to the power of 2. Let's see if this guy can recognize it. Let me try it again. It's okay. I'm gonna write it 10 to the power of 2 is equal to, there you go, x times 8. I'm gonna just type it, x times 8. It's that simple, right? So let's do a quick review again. See, I cover log and whatever in front of it, right? And I get to 10 to the power of 2 is equal whatever we cover. Done. Now what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna put this guy here for a moment, and now on the next line, 10 to the 2. We're gonna use a calculator. Let's see what 10 to the 2 is. 10 to the 2 means 10 times itself twice, so it's 100. 10 to the 2 means 10 times 10, so I'm gonna write 100 is equal x times 8, or I can write it 8x is the same thing. Now in order to find the x, we are looking for x totally completely by itself. We're going to divide both sides by 8. And now when we divide both sides by 8, we would have 8 here and 8 on the other side. There you go. What's going to happen? This 8 and that 8, they're going to cancel each other out, and what we have is gonna be x is equal 100 divided by 8, which is simply is gonna be, you change the calculator again, 100 divided by 8, 12.5. So you can leave it as a ratio like that, 100 divided by 8, or you can use it as a 0.5, sorry, 12.5. Can simply use it as decimal. So it's another example right here. I'm gonna write a problem for you guys, so feel free. You're gonna use the same steps to solve this problem, but this time on your own. You're gonna solve using a product rule. Using a quotient rule. Okay, it's your example, it's on your own. Instead of addition between the two logs, I'm gonna write subtraction. Okay, good luck. So your problem, I'm gonna write it here. Solve it on your own using quotient rule. Okay, good luck. So your problem would be log, let's go for 10x minus log 5 is equal to 3. And the bases are 10. So when we don't have a base, it means base are 10. So what you're gonna do, first step, you're gonna apply quotient rule, right? Like here, I apply product rule. You have this sign here, you have subtraction, so you're gonna apply quotient rule. And the second step, what you're gonna do is, in order to find what x is, you're gonna use the definition of log. What was the definition of log? Is the same thing as changing a log to exponent, right? Use the definition of log, which we just did here. Definition of log is covering log and whatever in front of it, whatever you find, 10 to the power of 2 is equal whatever number you covered. Okay, so 2 steps. Apply quotient rule, use the definition of log, or simply change a log to exponential function. Good luck.